scene. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our talk show, number one talk show in this room. All right, you moved. I can't help you, Chris. Okay, I'm Josh, and this is DJ.
I'm frozen. Just act frozen half the time. Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? We're back with our talk show. Don't forget we have audio versions on Anchor FM, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasting needs. Also, don't forget that it's November, which you can't forget. It's Thanksgiving, right around the corner. It's like 2 days from now, 2 days from now.
Yay! That's when the Native Americans and the English made thanks.
Not true, but we're not going to talk about that.
You're not going to talk about the history of Thanksgiving?
No, absolutely
When you
not.
make turkey hands? That's
I like more of what Thanksgiving's become. You know, a time,
Friendsgiving.
Time to celebrate with your friends and family and things like that. But it is November, and November is actually Stomach Cancer Awareness Month. So don't forget to see your doctors, check out, make sure,
Nice and healthy.
right, ask your family, stuff like that. Also, because it's November and it's Thanksgiving, our charity for this month is Feeding South Florida.
You should look into it.
It's getting, right, the link will be down below. It's getting really close to Thanksgiving, and realistically, they've already started cooking and stuff like that, but you can always volunteer and do all kinds of things.
Goods,
Right, go to your local shelters, do whatever it is, to help out. There's a lot of people in Florida who don't. I remember when I was a kid, Dad didn't cook much, so we didn't actually do Thanksgiving.
Not Laura's?
Well, we would at Laura's, but then you got the next 2 days.
Oh, true.
So they'd bring around, food for the trailer parks and stuff like that. So, that's what we would eat.
My coworker does that in her community. She made the news. This nice old lady Ma, we call her. She gives out food to the unfortunate.
Right.
In her trailer park.
Also, don't forget that we do a show on Tuesdays between the hours of, what time is it now?
10. We made it on time.
Oh, wow. Between the hours of 10 and 12 p.m. And on Wednesday, between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m.
Our talk show after dark.
Right, which
only during winter.
Which now technically is our talk show after dark because daylight savings time, it's getting dark early.
I didn't think you could save daylight savings. I didn't think you could save daylight, but you can.
You just capture it in a jar and put it in the closet.
Reminds me of that sketch from Key and Peele when you're lightning in a bottle.
All right.
The guy's like, "What is that?" He's like, "It's lightning in a bottle."
I think I've done my bit.
I think you did. Yeah. Today's random fact: to keep from drifting apart, sea otters hold hands while they sleep.
You said to keep from drifting apart. The way you said it, it sounded like to keep from jerking off.
Well, sea otters hold hands while they sleep.
It keeps them from masturbating.
Yes. I'll be damned.
I'll be damned. How do you not masturbate? Well, I hold my wife's hand while I'm sleeping, and then it keeps me from masturbating.
And then she started, like, stop it.
Just stop. We're shaking the whole bed.
Purpose. There's animals in here.
That makes sense,
Well, yeah, they sleep in the water, and they hold hands while they float.
They float on their back and stuff like that. It was weird.
And
it's
they're
like
adorable.
And they're adorable. The crazy thing is like a lot of people think otters are adorable and stuff like that, but they're actually vicious.
Don't go near
right?
them.
Wild otters are not fucking adorable. They will tear your ass up.
They were all like, ding.
Yeah. He didn't see them blood covered because they were eating fucking
baby seals,
eating stuff that are 2 or 3 times the size of them because the thing is they attack in packs.
Smart,
right? Like they're
like the meerkats,
30, 40 fucking
meerkats of the Sea World.
They seem adorable, but they will tear your ass up and they will eat you.
Especially when Snoop Dogg narrates.
That's like a lot of people. So like in the wild in Africa, a lot of people think like lions and stuff are the main cause of death, but that's not actually true.
Africa's hippos.
It's the hippopotamus. Hippopotamus are actually super fucking dangerous.
You see that game, man? Hungry Hippo?
And why they may look cute and stuff in captivity.
They can crush a watermelon with their fucking jaw.
Right, and they're imagining it's your face.
I've seen people feed them at the zoo, and they fucking just
They toss it in.
Squash the entire watermelon in one shot.
Yeah.
Like hungry hippo. They'll break your fucking leg.
Like I said,
They're aggressive and territorial.
Very territorial.
And the giraffe just picks you up and drops you.
The giraffe just picks you up and drops you. Again, animals in captivity are a lot different because they're raised and handled by humans.
Bitches.
Right. They're pretty much their entire lives. So they know.
That's why they can't release them too.
Yeah, right, because they wouldn't be able to survive in the wild with wild
what was it, Madagascar?
animals of
when
their
he's just waiting
species.
for his food.
Right.
Where's my food?
You know.
You gotta hunt it. What? You gotta hunt it.
It's like when New Jersey people come down to Florida and they can't pump their own fucking gas. You know?
Pump gas in New Jersey?
No, so it's actually in New Jersey. It's actually illegal to pump your own gas.
Why?
Because I guess they can't pick up trash, right? So like I can understand if you can't pick up your own trash, how in the hell are you able to pump your own gas? Right, like it's very simple. Trash goes in a trash can.
Shouldn't the guy pumping your gas clean up the trash? Too?
Right. Well, you would assume, but no.
He only has one job.
He's only got one job, and that's pump gas. That's what he was trained to do.
That was the oddest thing when I went to West Virginia when you could pump before you pay.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Like I said, so it's illegal, right? Because like I said, if you can't throw away your trash, you probably can't pump gas.
They have people to drive for you too.
Walk
they have
and
drivers.
Walk and chew bubble gum. You
Dog
know.
walkers.
Right. Dog walkers. It's just crazy. They have
There's
all
jobs
these,
all over Jersey.
You know.
Except trash, apparently.
I just always find it funny, like when like north, because a lot of places up actually, it's not just Jersey that it's that way. A lot of places up north, it's illegal to pump your own gas. So when they come down here, they're like, "Well, how the fuck do I get gas?" It's like, "Well, you
the
get out."
dumbasses that drive off with the thing, and that's why they can't do it no more.
Pretty much, right? Yeah.
Or they set their they're so depressed they just catch the whole thing on fire.
See, a lot of people like when you're born and raised here in Florida, that's something your parents teach you when you're young.
Pump your own gas.
Is how to pump gas, you know, mainly because they don't want to get the fuck out.
I put groceries in the car.
Right. Right. They teach you at an early age how to do these things.
Cut the grass.
You know, right. So they don't have to do it.
My mom told me that's why she had 6 kids. She said it's free labor.
Chores for everybody.
Oh, yeah. My dad was excited on my 12th birthday. He gave me a speech and all. He's like, I waited 12 years for this moment. You can cut the grass now.
Go cut the grass.
I was like, I already take the trash out. And he's like, now you got 2 jobs.
Now you got 2 jobs.
Well, my older brother, he's like, he graduated.
He graduated?
I was like, what?
Yeah, no, if you're under the roof, you're doing chores.
Something. That's what I thought. No, no, he has to take it out. I got to take it down.
See, that's like, I don't care. That's what, always annoys me about roommates, right? Not you in particular. You got your job to do, you do it. Right, but it's like other people. It's like, well, I pay rent. I don't have to do chores. It's like, well, no, that's not how it fucking works.
That reminds me of fucking lap.
Because if you were at your own house, these are things you would be doing, right? Unless you're just a filthy motherfucker, and then
I didn't make that mess.
Right.
I didn't
Well, nobody cares if you made the mess, but you're gonna clean it up.
The mess is I fucking left right when he went through the kitchen that one time.
Oh man. Why is it always so messy in
Brent's
here?
like, you can't bitch unless you have a trash bag in your hand.
Yeah, that's how he caught an ass whooping.
He did. That was my ass.
I never bitched. I just got up and cleaned.
We just cleaned. We all did.
It's like even now, I don't bitch. I mean, I bitch, right?
It's not like you're looking forward to it.
But I'm bitching while I'm doing things.
Clean the house.
Saturdays I do. Like Saturdays, I want to get up first thing, smoke and clean.
On.
A lot of times, I'll put movies and stuff on.
And then you said you would like eat breakfast while you clean.
Sometimes what I'll do is I'll put the same movie on in both rooms,
so you can hear it.
And then I time, I'll sit there and time the movie out so they're in the exact same spot. So as I'm walking between rooms, I'm not actually missing.
You really put the effort in that.
Yeah.
Most people listen to music. Your wife listens to music when she cleans.
Yeah, I don't like music in the house.
Oh,
if I listen to music, I want to drive fast. I can't drive fast in the house.
You can clean fast.
No, it's not. I don't get any. I don't have gears. I don't get any.
I would be distracted by the movie, but I listen to music.
So Sonia, right? Sonia knows this, right? So when she comes over, sometimes she will purposely put music on while her and my wife is cooking, because she knows I won't say shit to Sonia.
I know you're freaking.
Right? But I will turn Kim's shit off.
I remember I'm back here and your wife's playing music on the TV, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good song. And then I hear, boom, door open, going, why is that fucking playing? I guess you were napping and she was cooking or something or cleaning. You're like, turn this off.
I don't do music in the house. It's one of those weird. Everybody's got like weird shit. I got a lot of little weird things.
Like when I used to clean my house, I'd play Pandora on the TV.
No, I don't do music. Because again,
when I used to shower, I played music.
No, if I listen to music, I want to go out. I want to drive.
Brent plays music when he showers.
That's just insane. Like I don't understand. Like I'll maybe sing in the shower a little bit.
We don't play music in the car.
Right.
We play talk shows.
Talk shows in the car. Yeah. No, I'm not like. But like I said, Sonya will come over and put music on. She knows I won't like turn hers off, right? Because I'm not like
when Sony has dissed someone so bad to the next generation.
Right. You don't, love Sonya to death, bro. She's like
my ding cook. She'll make you cry in the shower.
Her and my wife and Bob are really like the only people that will go back and forth with me. Like you just shut down. You've been getting better lately. I'm actually very surprised.
Just annoying.
You've been trying to talk a little shit. You're not good at it. But
Sonia said I was for that moment.
Well, Sonia was probably,
Because I questioned her intelligence for being your friend.
That one instance you got her,
She's like, damn, you got me.
The worst part is I'm surprised she didn't whip around and go, you're his friend too,
she was
stupid.
Just shocked. She was like, wow, that was a good one.
She was shocked you opened your fucking mouth.
But we did to your wife. That was the same joke I did to your wife. I'm like, my wife's an intelligent woman. I'm like, yeah, there's some choices she made in life.
Right. We're really. She's married to you after all, right?
Yeah, right.
It's terrible. All right, moving on. Let's get into some news today.
Today's news: Sony confirms Spider-Man No Way Home tickets go on sale this month.
So they're actually going to be in theaters and stuff like that. Is the drive-in getting in? I heard the drive-in wasn't. Yeah, but Fort Lauderdale's not doing movies right now, is it?
I don't know if they're going to pull the whole season thing like they do up north.
They're just going to.
Drive-ins aren't open 24/7 up north.
Well, that's because of snow and stuff.
Well, yeah, but also like they're able to.
Right.
It doesn't snow all the time, but at the same time, no one's coming out in the cold.
Right.
Well, here, not a lot of good movies come out during winter. Because of that reason, other than what we have now, which is Spider-Man, Eternals, and Venom.
Right.
But after Spider-Man, nothing else is coming out until next November.
So Lake Worth is still running.
Yeah.
You still got 2 screens
We're
over there.
We're playing Clifford.
But it's like in my head, having 14 screens and then just
9.
doing... Okay, I'm sorry. 9 legal screens.
I heard the rumors of streaming services. I think she's trying to fight back against the movie company itself because you get charged to rent the movie. Like you don't get the first week, you don't get nothing.
Right.
No profit at all.
But that's the same thing with movie theaters and stuff.
But they get a different price too.
Right.
Like we get a different price. Because we're in a different account.
Right. Well, you guys actually should, to be honest, get cheaper because you would think you would have less.
Because I have 2 theaters, yes. So I think we are cheaper. But she's doing 9 screens, playing some of the movies twice. Right, the same movie on 2 different screens.
Right.
It's popular. But the streaming service, like Clifford, you can watch on Paramount Plus.
Right.
They're paying X amount of dollars a month. You get to watch this movie. I have to charge $7 a head. Now they're at home.
$7. See, that always tripped me out too, right? Because it was like, so now you count everybody in the car and then charge per person in a car. When back in the day, it was by car,
but
right?
The movie company got upset because they want the correct box office numbers.
Right. Well, because you would just charge, this costs $10 a car.
We used to do half night, $3.50.
Right.
But Sony said we're not allowed to on their movies. So then we stopped just completely because trying to keep track of who's Sony,
and who's not.
I remember it was during the Amazing Spider-Man that came out because they used to have checkers.
Right.
They come in, they would count cars. They would look at our numbers to make sure our numbers match their numbers. And they would do it in movie theaters or the drive-in. Mostly at the drive-in because you can't really control what you can.
Right. Well, because we used to put people in the trunk.
Yeah. Well, we used to sneak in the back door of the movie theater.
Right.
Just go in and you open the door and there's the theater and I just walk in.
Right. Have one person pay, open the exit door, and
there you go. You're in.
Yeah, that's
Especially during the day. Better during the day than at night because at night they had more. There's people that take your ticket.
Well, people to take your ticket. There was a lot more people in the theater itself, so they saw They would see you let fucking 10,
Well, we do
15
double
people
feature
in.
at the Maker movie. We go from like this theater to the next one. Oh no, this one's
Right.
playing, and you just move over.
You know, go to
But
another one.
no, we're still open. We got, like I said, today. Resident Evil comes out because no movies come out.
There's another Resident Evil coming out?
Yeah, today. Raccoon City.
I didn't even know there was another Resident Evil.
No one did. I didn't know until I got the schedule.
Didn't promote it at all.
It's hard promoting anything now because the movie company doesn't give us enough time. Like, I found out Monday what we're playing Thursday.
Right.
And sometimes maybe it's not.
Well, it's like I know Disney does that a lot, right? Because they can't trust their actors to physically talk about the movies
Disney
anymore.
is so like that when I get the movie, it doesn't say the name of the movie on the thing.
Right.
Like when I get the FedEx package, I can read the movie.
You know.
If it doesn't say something I recognize, that's why I found out Free Guy was a Disney movie.
Right. But then Disney's got enough money where they can do that and just 2 days before be like, check our movie out, blah, blah.
Back in the day before digital, because now we have keys to unlock the movie.
Right.
They would come in 10 cans that are locked.
Right.
The combo. And I couldn't build the movie until a certain time, and I had to call Technicolor and give them my account number for them to give me the unlock code.
Right, because they didn't even want you to see it or know about it.
No, I couldn't build it yet. Because we used to put the 35 millimeters together.
Right.
It came in lock cans. Because, if I got it on a Monday, I'd build it on Tuesday and don't play it till Thursday.
Right.
But it's built on the ground. I don't have to worry about it.
Well, but
Some movies, they fucking lock that bitch.
even then, I remember
Iron Man was locked.
I remember there was a point where you had to build and watch the movie to make sure it ran through right.
We did midnight premieres.
Right.
Before it just became 7 o'clock premieres. They say movies come out on Friday, but they don't. They come out Thursday night at 7 or 8.
Right.
Like everywhere. Not just us. You can't see it during the day. Like if you go Thursday morning, or if you go right now to go see Raccoon City, you're not going to see it until 7 or 8 o'clock tonight at that theater.
Right.
Instead of midnight shows. But Harry Potter was locked. Because what we used to do, if we didn't have a midnight show, I would build a movie Thursday afternoon and Friday would play it.
Right.
If I had a midnight show, I had to build it Thursday afternoon and play it that night.
So you
And
make sure
and then Sunday I would break down the movies to bring down Monday morning.
make sure it worked and stuff like that.
So it's either Thursday. No, we did midnight premiere. I did Thursday. Friday I would come in early and build all the movies.
Put in
Friday.
Put in your little commercials and stuff for the beginning and end of the movie.
Oh, we didn't have that. Oh, the trailers? Yeah.
Yeah.
The trailers came in the bin though to play with the movie.
Right, but you'd still have to splice them together with.
Yeah, but I leave them on at the end. Like when you break the movie down, I just stayed on there.
Oh, you just leave them there.
So if I got a movie from somewhere else, it would come with the trailers attached. Yeah, you had to build them, and then you would have to break them down when the movie was over. So
Put them through all the fucking.
Well, that's after you build it.
The giant
Remember Fight
reel.
Club, when he was up there and he had the stamp thing to splice the movies together?
Yeah.
It was like that. It's a makeup cart. So it had a reel here, and it would go to the makeup platter. So you put the reel here, and it would spin onto the platter.
Now it's all digital. You just plug the fucking thing in.
I just put it in and put upload.
See.
But then we still have to wait for the key to unlock it. It's a digital key, encrypted, for our server only.
So you could upload it or whatnot, but until you have the key,
it's nothing.
It's just blank.
All day. You have to get with the booker, and the booker has to contact the studio, and the studio has to give the key for your server only.
That seems like a pain in the ass.
It is, especially when you get a new server and you have to call the fucking number in.
Right. We have a new server. We got to register it with you.
Yeah. Fuck it. And then they send all the fucking keys that you're registered. Oh my god.
Then you got to find the right one that you actually needed.
Like for our format, it's 2D only, and it's 2K, not 4K. So when they send a key out, they send a key out in 3D and open. What's it called? Open captions, closed captions. Like there's like 6 different keys. You have to go find the one that matches your movie.
Because the digital version they sent you probably has all of them.
Oh yeah, but I pick which one I put on.
But you need only one for.
Oh yeah, no, it comes with all of it on the digital.
Right, so you've got 6 different versions of the movie.
But I need to pick the right one that matches our soundtrack and everything like that.
Yeah, that's fun. Then if you fuck all that up, they get these like.
Well, no,
why does it look like they're?
No, in the beginning I did. In the beginning we had closed captions. Like I'm watching a movie.
How are you?
I'm watching a movie and it has captions. And I was like, how did this happen? Kind of like, because to match the key with that at the same time is difficult.
I love that. Right? There's a movie I made my wife watch the other day. It's almost like Groundhog's Day, right? But the dude, he wakes up and it's Christmas.
Is there a girl?
Huh?
Is there a girl in there?
Yeah, it's a movie. Of course, there's a girl in
Well,
there.
no, does she do the same thing?
No.
Okay, so that's
no.
a different
So
movie.
the guy, he falls off the roof one Christmas, right? Playing Santa, okay, and it's a the movie's made in a different country, but it's got English dub, so the mouth aren't matching what he's saying. The worst part is it's a great fucking movie.
Well, the problem is we can't all afford Van Diesel to say I am Groot in 17 different languages.
Right. And the premise of the movie, is like I said, he falls off the roof. Okay. And the next day he wakes up, it's Christmas again. Now he's lived out the whole year. His family doesn't notice anything, but he doesn't remember the year at all.
So it's the next Christmas.
So it's the next Christmas. No, it's not Groundhog's Day. It's not the same Christmas. It's the next Christmas later on.
That's some click type shit.
Right. So for him, it's only been like 22 days,
through.
But for the rest of the family and everything like that, it's been
Thanksgiving, Halloween.
Right. It's been 22 years. The daughter's grown up, had kids.
Don't tell me wakes up on Christmas or older. Oh my God.
Right. And everything's changed. And it's like halfway through the movie, he wakes up and he's with some other bitch. Right. He's like, where's my wife?
It's like click.
Right. He's like, I'm in love with my wife. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And the new girl's trying to explain that he left his wife and this, that, and the third. And he's like, no.
I love my wife.
He's got a beard and goatee. He's like, what is this? Shaves off half of it.
Me of?
I think it's called Next Christmas or some shit. Like I said, it's a great movie. I'd advise
Adam
it.
Sandler and Drew Barrymore's 51st Dates.
Oh yeah.
But how they had it under control, and he's like, okay, well, what happens when she's pregnant? She's gonna wake up every day going, what the fuck is this?
Right, what the fuck is this? Well, that's when they came up with the movie.
He was trying to explain to him she can't have a future with you, and and then everyone's jealous now because every day you make her fall in love with you.
Right.
And he's like, God, fuck, it's exhausting.
But I do it,
One day I'm like, I just need a break. She won't know.
She won't know, right?
And then she wrote herself a journal in her own video, and she's like, I'll forget you, bitch.
Right.
He's like, what?
Yeah. But no, like I said, it's a great premise for a movie. He wakes up every year, and all he remembers is the Christmas before.
That's a good plot.
He doesn't remember the whole year in between.
That's a good plot.
And then he slept through a couple of Christmases.
He just
he's like, fuck it, I just won't
Kids
do
are
today. Grown. Right.
He's getting older. Dick don't work.
Wife is, left him because he was cheating.
At least he didn't wake up alone.
It's great that the cousin borrows money every year, and then on one of the years closer to the end, he brings him $1 million check.
For all the money he gave.
For all the money he had borrowed and stuff like that.
Does he go back to normal?
Eventually it goes. So basically, the grandpa he's there, but he's not there. Right, like the grandpa's just sitting there watching TV all the time. Hasn't spoken to nobody in years or nothing. And the grandpa turns and looks at him. He's like, make a wish, and then goes back to the TV. So it's kind of like one of those mysterious things, It's like a Christmas story type movie without being on that side.
To appreciate your family.
Right. Well, because the guy hates fucking Christmas.
So it's like click, almost like
right.
He kept fast forwarding through everything.
Like I said, it was a great movie. I would advise checking it out. Watching it. But the mouths and stuff, like it really.
So it's a foreign movie.
Yes, but
there's a good plot.
There's an English dub, and it's still a good plot, and it sticks to the it pretty well.
That reminds me of a story.
It's on Netflix.
So a guy in college got in a fight, right? And he hit his head against a statue, but he didn't know this. This guy had an entire life when he was blacked out, like a whole life for like 20 years. He got kids and everything, and one day nothing was making sense.
It all snapped back.
Well, no, in the life, nothing was making sense. It was like this light just kept getting brighter and brighter. He had to call out of work and stuff. Finally, he came to, and he was on college campus. and that whole life was he like had to go to therapy to mourn his family.
None of it happened.
Yeah, like he had to go to like therapy to mourn his family and try to like. The therapist is like, it wasn't real. He's like, it was real to me.
That was like the plot of Flash for last season. No, remember what's his name? Magic, the Magic guy.
Oh yeah, him.
You know, he's like, I have all these memories of a family I never fucking had.
Because of Flashpoint.
And I want them back.
It was Flash's fault.
You know, I want to be happy, and you know, I can't.
Oh, they restarted the universe.
Right.
And he remembered part of the last universe. And he blamed the Flash for, okay, now, yeah.
Right.
He was just sad.
That was just before Force
came and
killed
beat
him.
his ass. Yeah, killed him. But he was so sad.
Right.
Because they didn't know there was consequences to what they did.
Well, he didn't know that life could be different.
No.
Right? He was just a bad guy. He didn't know he could be happy. He could have a family. He could be somebody else, you know, be a scientist, be, you know, a complete different person. And then when he had all these memories of that life,
he was upset.
It sent him off.
Well, Cisco got mad too.
You know,
because everyone that they
Cisco got mad because when he changed the timeline in that particular instance.
No, I'm talking about when they changed the universe.
It killed.
When they came back, they gave him the memories back.
Right.
But then he had his book list of everyone they captured is not captured anymore.
No.
And they changed.
Well, the original reason Cisco was upset was because his brother got killed.
No, that was his Flashpoint.
Right, but, you know.
This one, Harrison Wells was dead.
Right.
Because there was no more Earth 2. He's like, you destroyed
everything. There was no more any Earth.
Because he was blaming Nash. He's like, you destroyed universes. It's your fault.
All because he opened
the thing.
That fucking door.
Our next news. Yeah. Now that we're getting old.
He could have left it alone. And
yeah. He became the pariah.
Right.
JC, Tina Turner, and LL Cool J was introduced to the 2021 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I'm surprised it took as long as it did.
Same thing with Foo Fighters.
Like I'm gonna be honest, right? And Jay-Z is an iconic motherfucker. Okay.
Between making beats, having Empire, having his own radio station.
All right. Everybody, you know, likes to make fun. It's like, oh, well, Jay-Z's married to Beyonce. It's like, well, yeah.
He didn't have to make music anymore.
But that's because the man produces.
But he has his own radio station or station Empire.
He's a producer. He's got his own radio station. He's got his own fucking label, clothing line.
Sean John.
You know, he's got just as much, if not more.
And then he married a queen. As
Beyonce. Okay. And the man is an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Okay. He
same thing with Dre did.
He sits back and he makes money. That's what the man does nowadays. You know, and it's crazy to think that, you know, when he was younger, it's like, of course, when you're young and you're starting out, you don't get the recognition.
EIMP.
Right.
I'm big.
You don't get, you know, the stuff you deserve, and it takes time.
He did when he sung with Linkin Park.
You know, right. It takes time to build your empire.
Eminem did it. Lil Wayne did it.
Right,
Jay-Z
but
did it.
but you know, Jay-Z's is just on a whole other level.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't make music anymore. He doesn't need to. Dr. Dre either. Dre made more money off Beats by Dre than he did his entire music career.
Right. You know, and that's the same thing with Dr. Dre. You know, he
introduced LL Cool J into the Hall of Fame.
He's got his own labels, his own, you know.
Everything. Also, it's Eminem.
You know,
Shady Records.
Right. It's just.
And if you guys don't know why, it's because of what happened with NWA. When you go enter a music company, they own everything that you made. So they say, oh, well, here's $2 million, knowing your CD could hit $400 million.
Right.
And you don't see any of that. And then you have to pay like the $2 million back or some shit. It's crazy to be in entertainment. That's why most of these stars make their own record labels, so they don't get held down by the music industry.
Right. Well, and then so they can turn around and
ICP did it, Tech 9 did it,
and show young kids, you know, hey, listen, this is what other record labels are doing to you.
Come to mind.
Right.
Travis.
And try to be more transparent with the process and stuff like that.
Well, what happened with Kesha and Sony?
You know, you have to think the whole industries, all the industries, the movie industry, music,
making money.
They're making money, and they're making money off their actors and stuff like that. You know, and a lot of the times, right, the reason they get agents and things like that are supposed to be to watch these type of things. You know, look for, hey, listen, this says that, you know, you're only going to get paid $250,000 for this movie with no royalties. You know, and then if it comes out to be a cult classic, like fucking,
Well, what happened
you know,
with Black Widow?
right?
Scarlett Johansson got fucked out of her contract, and that's why she sued.
You know, so
Her agent's like, hold on, you went to Disney Plus the same day?
right,
You were
right.
supposed to do it. You were supposed to give her the weekend.
You know, so that's, but the problem is like in days of old, a lot of the times the managers and stuff like that they didn't really care, right? Because they're getting their 5% of your payout,
Like Weinstein.
you know, and then they keep moving on. They're like, all right, well,
They have other talent.
right? Who's next? Who's going on? Where am I making my next
I just
dollar?
think of what's it called? From Californication, when Hank Moody had his manager, his best friend. Like, no matter what, even if he wasn't part of an agency, that was his agent.
You know,
You
right?
still had to go through him, and he would read all the scripts and everything before.
Or like Ari from Entourage.
He would read all the scripts.
You know, he was more interested in his one star, trying to make him big, than all the other people he had and stuff like that.
But yeah, most of these, especially if they're young, they don't read the contracts.
No, you just see the,
Because to be honest, like if you're just sitting here and
see all the zeros.
if Disney called you right now, all right, and they're like, hey, we want you to do this, you're like, fuck,
right.
okay.
We need you to do some voice acting, D. Here's, you know, $2 million.
Well, we're not come do it for free, but at the same time, you would like jump on it because it's publicity. You know, you're gonna have your
Publicity,
name
right.
out there.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you gotta do shit for free first before you get paid, just to get out there.
Right.
And then these people take advantage of that.
Hey, D, you want to come be on Dancing of the Stars?
What's it called?
You know,
Iron Man. They had the whole thing about the
fucking
money.
Ninja on Masked Singer.
Well, no, they had the whole thing about the money issue on the Civil War or something, like the Marvel people. Like Robert Downey Jr. was like, "Well, I'm not doing it until you pay them more."
Right.
Like he's like, "No,"
Well, because he was
getting paid so much.
right. He was getting paid well.
Yeah, and he's like, "That's not fair to these. Like, you
All
need to start
these-
paying these people
All
well."
these other big name actors who have been doing it almost as long as I have, and you're cutting their throats. You know. You need
so
to.
I'm not gonna be your Iron Man unless
I know you've got the money back here. Don't try to act like you don't, Disney. Like
$250 million to make Civil War.
right. You know. So don't come up here playing games with me.
Deadpool had $58 million to make it. It still made more than both of you.
Right.
So
You know. And which is weird because $58 million is not a lot for a movie
no,
nowadays.
that's why you saw the same. They explained why he was always on the bridge,
Right.
and they just did flashbacks.
Right. That's
He's only had $58 million, so they did the big scene in the beginning to do the shootout, and that's half their budget.
right there. Right.
And then they're like, they weren't even gonna shoot this the mansion for Colossus. Like it wasn't in the script. It was just gonna be Colossus, and then she comes out. But they're like, well, I don't think many people know who Colossus is. So I think we need to zoom in on Xavier's skull to let them know they're X-Men.
You know that mansion, right, is a big movie recording spot.
Everywhere.
Like the man, right?
Everywhere.
The man,
Smallville.
right? That mansion gets used a lot,
Same thing with Will Smith's house.
right? But
The outside.
the thing is as it gets used more and more, the cost to use it versus timing, booking schedules, stuff like
Oh
that.
no, he just stole the scene from a different movie. Well, it's Fox. They own the rights.
Right. You know, but you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's like, we weren't gonna put the mansion scene in that says Charles Xavier School of the Gifted, but they didn't know. They didn't think the audience would know who Colossus was. You get what I'm saying? So they had to put that in to show Colossus. So that was another budget.
Right. But again, we started this out talking about Jay-Z and
Oh, they
Tina
got introduced to
Turner
the
and
Hall of Fame. I think
LL Cool J.
Dave Chappelle introduced, I think, Jay-Z. Dre did LL Cool J. Like each person had their own introduction. It's on HBO Max.
That's like LL Cool J moved from music to movies and stuff like that.
He had the most albums.
Will Smith was an actor who, well, he was, okay, so he was a rapper who moved into acting, who
He
went
also
back
went to
into
jail.
rapping, and then back into acting and stuff like
Now he
that.
just wrote a book.
You know, it's like The Rock, who come from wrestling, which is basically acting.
Yes, his persona was a bad guy at one point. Then he became the people's champ.
you know, and then
Oh, they call it a heel? A heel? I guess it's the bad guy. That's what
right,
they call
and then
it.
into your big buff motherfucker Rock and all his
He
movies.
said, now I'm famous. Fuck you, ain't doing no damn diet.
Right, I don't need
You're
to get
welcome.
slim. I'm gonna be the size I want to be.
Yeah. I'm going to
know.
sell tequila and tacos. Well, you just walk into the like hotel division thing, go, I'm the Rock. This is what I want to do. Is it approved?
I mean, you got to think, like The Rock is your classic action hero, right? Because remember we were watching the movies that made us on Netflix.
Yeah, when it took 10 years to make Forrest Gump.
Right, but they were saying how like your classic action hero was your Sylvester Stallone's,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
your Arnold, your bodybuilder type.
Bruce Willis.
No. See, that's what changed it.
Was Bruce Willis?
Right, because Bruce Willis wasn't a bodybuilder.
No,
He was a slender, normal, everyday guy that was made into a hero.
But he's like an equivalent of Samuel L. Jackson, but white.
The point they were trying to make,
so your action stars,
right, was your action stars were big, burly, bodybuilder type, superhuman looking motherfuckers.
Conan,
right?
The Barbarian, yeah,
right.
You. Yeah, you're right.
And then when
we had Predator,
when they moved into Die Hard, right?
Christmas movie.
They brought in Bruce Willis, who changed the narrative from being your big, beefy, superhuman guy to being your normal sized, everyday person.
Okay.
Right. And then that's how you went from like Arnold Schwarzenegger and stuff like that, and your big beefy actors to your Bruce Willis, your Ryan Reynolds,
Samuel L. Jackson.
Your Samuel L. Jackson. Well, no, Samuel L. Jackson wasn't big and beefy, but he was still a taller.
And he was still action hero. Except when he got ate by that shark.
Right. Except for when he got ate by that shark.
In fact, he was in Die Hard.
Yes.
He was in Die Hard 3 because he was outside saying the N-word.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes. That's
he's
actually.
Like, are you?
That's number 2.
He's like, are you fucking crazy?
Yeah. You trying to get killed?
He's the only smart one.
That's my favorite one. Is actually with Samuel L. Jackson.
Damn it, Samuel L. Jackson's all of them.
That was the second movie he got killed in.
It was him versus Harrison Ford. Let's see who had the best box office records or something.
Right.
And then he did Star Wars, and he's like, yo, yeah? And he did Endgame, and he's like, now who's on top?
That's right.
Wait, shit, we're both Disney.
Oh, it's always been Samuel in my heart. Like,
and Harrison, I guess Harrison and Samuel are the most highest paid actors.
Well, I mean, now that Bert's gone.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. Because you have to think there's a few that are just, Burt Reynolds, Morgan Freeman, is he just in goddamn everything, everything he can have time for.
He doesn't like it anymore because he doesn't want to do the press releases. He falls asleep.
It takes a lot just to do the damn movie. Now you want me to go around and advertise it, send the young guns to do that. I just want to wear my glove and do my acting.
But see, now that they're doing a thing, no matter who Ryan Reynolds is with, is a great duet. Like Samuel L. Jackson and Ryan Reynolds, funniest shit ever in Hitman's Body. Now The Rock and Ryan Reynolds.
Right.
Is it your wife?
Yeah, it is.
It's not scam likely?
No, I can't talk like a pirate.
Arr.
Can I help you, my love? I'm in the middle of a talk show. What do you need? Oh, I mean, if you want to, you can always put the show on and Okay. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.
Hey, what time are you starting?
Hey, what time the show starts?
Now.
Right now, actually.
We're 40 minutes in. What do you mean?
We're 42 minutes in, right? We're getting close to the end once we finish up this news here.
Our next news is armored truck spilled on highway sparks cash grab frenzy. 2 people are arrested.
Did you see that?
You showed me the video last week. It was after Wednesday, though.
That was absolutely insane. So apparently, an
armored truck.
The armored truck
Got Grand Theft Auto'd.
No, it wasn't even that. The guy who was driving the armored truck apparently just got in the back and threw all the fucking money out on the highway.
So he's one of the people that got arrested.
And people were literally stopping on the highway picking up this cash. Now, don't get me wrong, my ass would have been too.
Those are 20s.
You know, 20s, hundreds. You know, people was just grabbing money left and right, you know. And the thing is like even lawyers on TikToks were saying it's like they're not, they did nothing legally wrong.
Except for the driver.
Once the money is on the ground, it's fair game. You know, because you can't be arrested for picking up money, you know, and you can't be like, you can't arrest hundreds of people for picking up a bunch of money on the ground. Like, that money is fucked. It's gone. It's lost.
Track the serial numbers of each bill.
Right.
All they're going to do is insurance. They're going to claim it as an insurance clause.
Right. And get it, you know, get it back, do whatever. Insurance going to have to pay out. Blah, blah, blah. But
truck has to pay out.
But yeah, no, that was just crazy to see that there was just, you know, like hundreds of thousands of dollars just all over the
$100 bill.
You know,
$1,000.
That's right. You can come up, like, you just run out there and grab them, you know.
You're just on the highway, like, man, how am I gonna eat today?
That's luck, right?
You just like look around, like,
how am I gonna eat today? All the money is like, you just.
I wish I had a wife.
See now, like,
now we're pushing.
That's where I draw the line, right? Like, if I had been thinking in my head, like, how am I going to eat today? And then bam, there's just a truckload of money on the ground. That would not be my next thought, because I'd be afraid bitches would just rain down from the sky.
You would have to, like, right? Now you're not, you know, you're
there's just women raining down from above.
Imagine that's a plot twist right there. Like, horror movie. You think you have a special power because every time you thought of something happened, it was just a coincidence.
Well, I'm just thinking women don't bounce. Right, so like
they got big booty bitches.
Right, there's just
oh,
blood,
they're splotting everywhere. Oh, you're
and
killing
just
people.
Dead bitches because they're falling from the sky. You know, it's like when people go, "Oh, it's raining cats and dogs." I don't imagine that well. Right now, there's just blood and dead cats and dogs all over.
Landed on their feet.
Okay, cats will be fine with some broken legs because that's a far fall from the sky. You know,
they used another cat for.
I'm just saying, right? Like,
they're using the dog suppression. I know, and that's a lot of thumps and property damage.
Right. You know, like if I'm driving down the street and it's like, oh, how am I going to eat today? And bam, there's just money raining from the sky. My next thought is not going to be, you know, anything. I'm going to clear my head. I'm going to grab my cash. I'm going to drive away.
At the same time, you want to push your limit.
No, I'm actually.
Because at the same time, I was like, was that me?
I like pushing my limits with talking shit. I'm not really pushing my limits.
Reminds me of Jay and Silent Bob. You know, men just don't fall from the sky, and then Chris Rock fell down.
Right.
Big titty bitches don't just fall from the sky.
Right. Right. I'm gonna be very careful
Jay's
about my next thoughts. You know,
I wish I had $100 million.
Bag of $100 million just falls from the heavens.
Kills 6 people.
Kills 6. Right. Lands in the group of people, and it's just really heavy. It's like, do you know how much $100 million
oh my God,
weighs?
Imagine being a teenager though. And you're on the highway and you got all the money and you come home and your mom's like, where'd you get that money? You're not going to believe this, but I found it on the street. Return it where you found it. Like, no, Mom, I found it on the street.
Well, considering it was all over the news.
Afterwards, but you
news, TikTok
right away. You want news? TikTok's the way to go.
Like, I saw...
TikTok goes really faster than news.
I saw it all over, everywhere before.
And you're like, why am I not in California?
Right. Well, that's like when they're like, Florida man's arrested after taking big barrel of weed off the beach.
2 ounces of cocaine. Like, what?
It's like, first up,
what beach was I not on?
Who did you tell? Right.
You're trying to sell it.
Fuck you. I just put my weed in my closet, and when I needed weed, that's where I went.
You see that? Like you hear that in the news, like, oh, 200 pounds of cocaine washed ashore. Like, where the fuck was I?
Right. Why wasn't I there? You know.
You kind of walk away with a break in the news.
Well, I just right up under the shirt.
Kind of tiptoe.
I'm just... I want to know how the news knew it was there. Right, like
where's the cops?
That's right. Like, why didn't they find it first?
Right when you found it, the news is there.
Yeah, right. That's when the news crew pulls up. You know, I'd have buried it, came back later and got it. You know,
fuck low tide. The high tide took it.
My weed dealer would have ratted me out. You know, it was like, hey, you haven't been to get weed in a while.
I see the news here.
I see the news.
6'7" guy. I already know one 6'7" guy.
Only know one. It's gotta be you. You know. Yeah.
If you don't come buy weed right now,
you better bring me some of that. You know.
I will call Fox.
That's just crazy. But yeah, no. So traffic was all blocked the fuck up. Like people were literally just stopped in the middle of the road, jumping out and grab. Which I don't blame them. You know.
Wouldn't you? Hit my car. It's fine.
When I jumped out and started grabbing the cash, I'd have grabbed a bag or something to put more cash in, right? Instead of trying to put cash in my. Like people are holding it in their arms.
So no one like robs you, look like you're helping other people.
Right? Oh, here, let me grab it for you. Like, oh my god. You know.
You throw them 100, you can take the rest. So that way they don't attack you. You're just like, no, here, bro, here.
So a lot of people had good Christmas this year. Like that's flat screen TVs, switches.
One guy just straight donated all of it.
Right. Yeah, no, that guy went to jail.
To the armory fund.
He's probably not having a good Christmas, but you know.
Name, sir? Robin. Last name?
Hood. Yeah. I had a great Christmas.
I told the people at my coworker that at work once. He's like, I get mad and I'm gonna blow up sometimes. I was like, okay, if you ever get arrested, I wanted to say this on your police report when I read it. Warned his girlfriend, if you don't stop, I will stone cold stun you. And then he proceeded to stone cold stun her. I want that in the police report.
That's what I wanted to say.
That or RKO. I want her witness statements to go, all she heard was, and out of nowhere. Like,
you just want it to be fucking ridiculous, is what you're saying.
So we can read it on the news thing, right? Like, guy goes to jail for RKOing girlfriend. Like, in police report, all she heard was, out of nowhere. And he came from out of nowhere. And RKO'd me.
Obliterated road cone.
Well, I told her, next time you argue with your girlfriend, right? And she's at the bed, and you're here, like, kind of rotate. So she's at the bed and not you, and then choke slam her. Because she doesn't know that you moved, right? Because you're busy arguing. So she's thinking she's just in the air about to hit the ground, and it's the bed. And you tell her next time, the bed won't be there.
So you're saying run by and grab her and fucking DDT her ass?
Say like you're arguing, right? And you're at the edge of the bed, so you're kind of like circling, and she's too busy arguing with you, know that you're circled around now, and now she's at the bed, and you fucking choke slam her. She doesn't know the bed's there.
See, I don't even think the problem's like the slam on the bed. It's probably the choking and lifting bit that, you know.
No, you know how to choke slam properly.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean everybody does.
Well, I told him how. You hit him on the jaw, not the neck.
Again, not everybody knows.
Oh, no, I showed him step by step on YouTube.
All right, moving on. I'm done with it.
What's scary is when you ask a girl if you've ever been choke slammed, you expecting her to say no. And she's like, Our next news is that video games contributed $2 billion to the New York
video games.
Contributed to the economy in New York, $2 billion.
That's great. So when COVID had happened and stuff like that, the video game business went through the roof.
Not in China.
Right. Well, no, it's 'cause everyone there already had video games, but a lot of people here were looking for ways to, stay at home, finding entertainment that would keep them indoors.
Streaming took off. Podcasting took off.
Right.
They're asking when you're working from home and you're playing Apex at the same time.
Right. You got one screen working, one screen playing Apex, doing.
Oh, yeah, remember that? We couldn't find controllers.
Right, you couldn't find controllers at all.
Couldn't find Game Station. You couldn't find nothing.
No, it just wasn't there.
And then the government gave you money. What do you think they spent it on?
Stuff that you couldn't find. Back ordered controllers. I remember you couldn't find a controller to save your life.
That's until I went back to work. I had to go to GameStop and get this one.
Right.
And this is the only one they had.
The camo one.
That's They say the Boba ones work. They don't. They don't pull correctly. No, maybe in a different game than Apex, but you could tell the difference in Apex. It doesn't pull correctly when you're trying to shoot. Our next news: driver flees after smashing car into Long Island Taco Bell. So not even a drive-through. That man went through the window at the Taco Bell.
So, do you know what? You know what's crazy to me about stuff like this is like, so when you go to get a tag and stuff like that, it registers your information and stuff. So if you leave your car and your tag You know,
Unless it was stolen.
well, that would be your safest bet, but even then, you're going to leave fingerprints all over the fucking car. Okay. You know, most people aren't smart enough. It's like, hey, I'm going to steal a car. Like, if you're stealing a car, you're already dumb. Right? So I know you're not wearing gloves and being, you know, smart about, you know how I always say if you're going to do dumb stuff, you got to be smart about it? Yeah. You know, if you're going to steal a car, which is already inherently dumb, you've got to be smart about it. Oh, did you turn my camera off? Oh, there it is.
No, it's freezing. All right, it's done.
Oh, we're getting close to the end anyways.
No, we have a whole bunch.
A whole, what are you talking? We got one more.
Yeah, but
I'm tired of you already.
I'm not playing anything.
That's fine. I'm still tired of...
Our next news is Florida. God, stop. I'm never going to be able to do this anymore. I'm telling you. You have no reason to freeze.
I love your little mini freakouts. Those are always... I feel like those are where we're going to go viral for. Somebody's just going to splice together all your mini freakouts.
Good luck. There's a lot. Florida man takes children without father figures on fishing excursion. Sorry. So it's like a charity type thing. So people without father figures, these guys, they take them on fishing trips.
Oh, so this is a good one.
That's a good Florida man, guys.
That's crazy. I thought you meant like Florida man kidnaps children
That's
to
what I
take
was
them
thinking
on,
at first, too. And I was like, what the fuck?
On like fishing trips.
No, Florida man takes children without father figures on fishing excursions. Thousands of children have participated in this fishing program.
They have, you know, they have all kinds of programs like that are like...
Boys and Glories Club.
Right,
Club,
you know, Big Brothers.
Big Sisters.
Right, you know. So it's nice that they have programs like this and
well, they have to. You just can't go find a random stranger. You're like, you have a father? You're like, no, you want to go fishing?
Hey, you got a daddy? You'll want to go do some fishing? You know? Like, see, at that point, it's kidnapping.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why you have to go into the program.
Right. It's like, that's kidnapping.
I think that's how the YMCA started. This guy just kept inviting children in his backyard to play on ramps and skateboards. And
you just go up to a kid's house. Oh, you need a ramp? Let me build you one. Oh, my God, the kid broke his neck. Shit, I didn't build it.
Then he's like, all right, we'll make a facility.
Yeah, right. Get some insurance, you know. Build skate. Well, that's why, like, even like Rob Dyrdek, he was going around building skate parks and stuff and different
insurance on it.
Well, yeah, technically the city gets the insurance on the park.
Yeah.
Right, and then there's sign posted, you know, skate at your own risk, blah blah blah.
Safe stop, skate spot.
Right, so you can't just go and skate and it's like, oh, I got hurt and broke my balls and you know.
You want to do one in Noka-Healy, just piggyback off their insurance.
Right. You know, just what happened? Oh, I built you know.
No, it's like we can never think about it because we were like Rob Dyrdek, and during Fantasy Factory, Rob Dyrdek was all about entrepreneurship.
Right. Different things he could do to make money.
With his money and his ideas and his influence.
Right.
That's how he got Young and Restless from, what's his name?
First Cousin, yeah.
Yeah.
Drama.
Got his teeth fixed and everything. But it was like...
He looked weird with his teeth. I always feel like people look like...
Now he looks normal.
When your teeth are like perfectly straight. I always feel like that's weird. Like bitch, I know you weren't born with them teeth like that.
Where the people in Wild Out got their teeth fixed? I guess he had baby teeth, now he's adult teeth or some shit. And then one of the rap things was like, man, your teeth so white they voted for Trump.
You understand what,
like,
you know.
Whoa!
All right.
Trying life's cooking.
We had hot dogs. They were delicious.
Wife cooked the hot dogs?
She did. She did, in fact, cook the hot dogs.
With some waffle fries?
Yeah, neither of us like the fries.
Want to become famous? And buy followers and viewers here at bigfollowers.com.
See, just like that kind of shit drives me nuts. It's like, you know what? I would rather never be famous, never once, than have to pay somebody. Because, like, that's insane. Why?
Tim Allen was doing blow before he became famous.
Why am I paying people to be famous? That doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to pay you to get famous and then be paid for being famous?
We're paying them to have someone out there with a wall full of phones and different accounts to hit follow.
Right. All fake accounts.
No, they're real. Someone monitors them every day. And
That's just crazy.
But it's still not in this country, of course. And
Right. I'm not flying to.
bots.
I'm not flying to India. Like we have fans in it, like legitimate people, you know, that are from India who are our fans and stuff like that. And it's like I'm not flying to India. I can't. I'm not taking a boat. I'm not. You know.
You can drive there.
If I can drive there, right, I'll go. Maybe Josh will go.
He's only taking a boat if his wife's in danger. And he's hiring a crew.
That was the big part, the hard part of like, hey, do you want to be an actor? It's like, well, do I have to leave the country? Well, yeah, DJ, we got to go to locations and
New Zealand,
places to do things. It's like, well,
we don't want to pay American taxes.
That's right. That's the problem, friend.
Well,
DJ don't leave the country.
No, DJ will leave the country if DJ gets his flying license.
I can go to Canada
because he's flying.
That's right. I'll leave. Right, I'll leave the country if I can fly.
DJ, you're on the jet. You got a pilot.
A pilot.
That's my jet.
I'm a pilot. Just like I never got that. People was like, oh, I got a private plane. I was like, oh, you fly? They're like, well, no, somebody flies it for me. I was like, well, that's just stupid.
I don't know. I saw Jurassic World, and he had his helicopter license, and he died. So.
Yeah, he was also fighting a dinosaur in a helicopter that,
he wasn't able to fly.
He wasn't really able to fly.
With the gun on it.
Remember, he wasn't shooting the gun either, right? So there was just too many.
He was used to flying without the gun.
There was too many negatives, like. And oh my God, a dinosaur! I'd have flown away.
The crazy thing is, the studio would pay for your flying lessons.
Probably, yeah. I need to know how to land and stuff like that. Because that's a red flag when they're just like, I just need to know how to go up and fly.
Oh, yeah, we have to take a boat over here. Well, I guess you know what that means.
I'll meet you there.
That means that take a boating license. Looks like you gotta pay for me to get my boat license.
My cruise ship.
You can't just drive everywhere. I'm the one doing it.
My cruise ship license.
Like, DJ, why? I'm like, because Paul Walker had a professional driver drive him, and look what happened there.
That's right. All right, what do we got for our questions
If
here?
you had 3 wishes, what would you wish for?
Oof.
No more wishes.
Money, bitches, and drugs. No.
You get dog, you get peso, you get Monopoly money,
and
you get Advil.
Get some more dogs.
She said bitches.
Some more pesos.
You can't trust these genies.
Bamboozle style,
You said money, so they give you Monopoly.
I want to be a tall basketball player. I remember that he had a small dick. Oh!
My favorite one, that one joke. He's like, what is that? He's like, it's a 12-inch pianist.
It's a 12-inch pianist.
He's like, he goes, I got this genie upstairs, and he does it. He's like, wish for $1 million. Genie disappears. The guy goes down there and goes, what the fuck? Next thing you hear, you're knocking, $1 million fly in. Guy's like, what the hell is this? He goes, oh, I forgot to tell you. Genie has a hard of hearing. You really think I asked for a 12-inch pianist?
Right, very first wish should have been to fix the genie's hearing.
What's that wish?
Genie, I wish you could hear properly. Here, let me write it down for you, Genie.
He can't read?
He can't read.
So if you have 3 wishes.
Oh, shit, I don't know.
Remember, magic comes with a cost.
What is it? First to be not end world peace. No more world peace. No, it'd probably be take care of world hunger, just to get that out of the way. Nobody's hungry.
Oh my God. All I imagine is people eating each other now. Because we're overpopulated. You weren't supposed to.
Get rid of our poor people because I'm tired of the bums asking me for money at the gas station because I'm fucking poor too. So
you're gone.
Right. Right now I don't exist. No, I was thinking like give them money and stuff like that.
Everyone got money but you.
That's cool.
You ask them for money.
Well, that's right. I can ask them for money.
Like, no.
Hey, you're rich now. Give me some money.
Poor motherfucker, get away from me. You're the only poor person left.
I feel like I'm okay with that though, right? Like I'm good. If the whole world was rich, right, and it was just me being poor, like I think I'm fine with that.
You're not allowed to be rich. Every time someone tries to give you money, something bad happens.
Like I'm okay with that, right? Like
only one that has that collector's.
Because then I can go to the gas station and nobody asks me for money, right? Because they got money.
They just tell you go away.
They just tell me to go away, right? They don't want me there,
We can't sell you cigarettes, sir. You're poor.
I have a whole other list of problems versus
All right. So realistically, if this all worked, okay, your third wish, let the genie free.
I mean, I guess, yeah, like
And he
those
causes havoc across the world.
those would,
Yeah, he was an evil genie.
give my wife some wishes, I guess,
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, but then I'd definitely be fucked. Like
I wish his back would be better. Fuck.
very, very first wish, I wish my husband would disappear.
I wish he would just. Okay, that's enough.
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. No more wishes for her.
Jason once told me, he's like, I would wish for a soundtrack to life.
Oh, so yeah.
A gorilla with a pinstripe suit named Joe. He plays chess, but he doesn't like to be beat.
Every time I beat him, just throws the chess.
And always have $1 in my pocket.
Kim said, "Yay, more dogs."
Imagine, always have $1 in your pocket.
Just $1.
Keep going in.
Pulling dollars out. Yay, more dogs. No more animals. I already take care of a zoo.
If you don't feed them, you can't pet them.
Remember what happened to Joe Exotic? We too many animals.
I mean, I imagine California.
What's my last question of the day? I really am done with you.
I feel like you need to be more specific when you say get rid of all hunger and poor people. All I can think about is stand-ups to snap.
All the dogs.
If you could interview a famous person, who would you choose?
Ooh. Dead or alive?
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Both. What are your wishes you bring back to life for one day?
Probably Robin Williams.
Damn.
I'd probably like to sit down and
Deep conversation. Like
just
cut the act.
have a talk with treat him like a normal person, like I did with JDF.
You're just like, I know.
Hitler. No, that is not. No.
He was all the Jews.
I feel like me and that guy had to argue a lot.
You just punch Hitler? Yeah, put him in the cabinet.
Yeah, for the doctor.
I'm sorry though, but Hitler has to do what he has to do for us to get United Nations. If not, who's gonna fix this Jewish problem? Like, no. Him and Genghis Khan, crimes against humanity.
Jesus. And that was when we were canceled. 159
Hitler was not
episodes.
a bad guy. Let me tell you. No, I talked about Hitler once. From his perspective, he was the good guy. All right, he was in it to win it. He was just trying to help his people.
100 and they say that's the most dangerous person is the crazy person who thinks they're right.
Kim said, I just want to know how the world laid out this crazy plan, and people went, okay. Well, actually, we did. We watched it. Remember? We watched the whole thing on Hitler, how he did it. Before he became president, he was just doing propaganda throughout the whole, the people. Make me your leader. Okay. Now we kill all the Jews. What? I mean, we take all your guns. Oh, okay.
And that's all the time we have for today.
That is all the time. Thank you, Kim, for stopping in.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget we have audio versions on Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you get your podcasting needs. Also, it is November, which means it is Thanksgiving. Well, actually, it means it's Stomach Cancer Awareness Month. So don't forget to get checked out. Also, it is Thanksgiving. And as such, our charity for, probably another day, 3 episodes, is Feeding South Florida.
Next one's the 30th, yeah. So next Tuesday's the last day.
And then it'll be Toys for Tots on Wednesday.
Yeah.
But it's Feeding South Florida, which they've already started cooking, and because they start a couple days early, obviously. But the charity link will be down below. It's Feeding South Florida. Don't forget to go volunteer, blah, blah, blah. What?
I was looking at the Twitch things. 2,000 people are watching this guy play slots.
2,000 people watching guy play slots. 3 people watching us on Twitch. That's, we're talking about charities and stuff like that. And, fuck charity.
Arr.
Arr. Me have no booty.
Me hurt myself on the voyage.
You're still just
Fucking guy. You can catch us every Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesdays between the hours of 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. And Wednesday afternoons between the hours of 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. What we call
for our talk show after dark.
So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget this is the best podcast in this room.
I told you, it's just recording me talking to telemarketer. That lady was good. She didn't break script once.
She almost did. Mr. Griffey, I don't know.
Something wrong.
There's something wrong with your voice. You sound like a pirate.
I'm telling you, right?
It's like voice.
It's like what did she expect? Oh, I'm a little under the weather, and it makes me sound like a pirate. You know, like.
Every time I just think of Pirate Pete from Dodgeball, and then he just yells at him. He's not a fucking pirate. Missed the entire game, the whole fucking finale. He's like, "Hi guys." He's like,
next. I told you next time I'm going with either Stitch or Optimus Prime.
What's Optimus?
I am David Griffey, and you should roll out. You know, like
Holby, keep it down.
Right. You know, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your mama about us. Josh likes mamas.
Tell our sponsors.
Tell our sponsors. Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
See you tomorrow. Stay tuned.